Now, when you live stream, you are giving speeches or whatever through the internet to an audience. Is that an accurate description?
I don't know your terminology.
Use your own then.
Yeah. I think it's teaching and preaching.
Okay, and in this teaching and preaching, are you asking for money?
We do take up an
Yo, check it. This is a story all about how the FBI raided our church and got foul. I like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how to fit it.
In a world where love's gone cold, greed and power, breaking souls. This is a story all about how Apostle Taylor and Michelle's life got flipped upside down. The script was unzipped, 90 missionaries trained to walk in God's power to see the world meet Jesus in the final hour. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. We live the word, doing what he called us to do. We were given free food, free training, a home for the call. Full-time ministry, we gave them all. But the whisper started, turning truth into lies.
Excusing the apostle of a lavish lifestyle.
Rented house to house, till they booted us out.
Harassing cops on the street.
What is this about? It's modern day persecution.
A war on the life.
No,
We won't run.
no.
Hide from the fight.
They call it a rescue, but we call it a lie. Watch the glory rise. USA versus Taylor and Brannon. The media's a show.
Nothing but fake news.
We stand for the king. We got nothing to lose. Yeah. They called us victims, then put guns to our head. Left us with nothing, no silver, no bread. The FBI came to steal millions of dollars from KOGGC. They said it was a rescue, but they came to steal. Racism viewed this Taylor, a black man in power. They spray paint the wall. KKK on the church, waiting for the fall. Death threats and bombs. We reported the crime, but the bureau stay silent time after time. 40 years of prayer, shut away for this land. Now the same man who took our reports holds the cuffs on apostles' hand. Judas betrayed with a kiss. In a time of cyberbullying, they planned for this. Michelle faced the threats, the darkness, the hate. President Trump, we need justice before it's too late.
If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. It is written in the King James Version.
But before these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you into prisons. Jesus, hear our cry.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
I love this country. I said I love this country. I don't want to see war come.
It's modern day persecution.
War on the life.
But we won't run. And we won't hide
From the fight.
It's USA versus David and Michelle in the way church. It's time to rise and pray.
This is just the beginning.
Stand.
And for the truth.
Justice is coming.
In a world where love's gone cold, we will be the fire.
The FBI is here. Screamed at me at the top of their lungs. They said, we will not let you leave until you admit you're a victim.
I said, this is too tight. They said, okay, really? And tighten and tighter.
Like, I'm talking about like ARs pointed at us.
They put these zip ties on me so tight. You know, they cut into my hand.
Stop modern day persecution. Go to stopmdp.com.
You a
wake up and all.
You flex that attitude. You a pussy rich Holmes. You a pussy rich Holmes. You a pussy rich Holmes. Hands up. You a pussy rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. Yeah. Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. You a pussy Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. Yeah. Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. Pussy Rich Holmes. Pussy Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. Pussy Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. Hands up. Pussy Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes. Rich Holmes.
All right. Happy day after Christmas, everybody. Fuck. Merry Christmas, man. I hope everybody had a good day with their families. And hope you all had some good dinner. I did. I had steak and seafood with my family. And I hope David had fucking cold ass fucking crab legs with fucking no butter. I hope David got crab legs, but it was like shit crab legs. It was like fucking some half-ass fucking crab legs. Yeah, Merry Shitmas for David, right? He's sitting up in a fucking jail cell, probably wondering what happened with One Night with the King. And well, nothing did happen, by the way. They didn't do anything regarding One Night with the King. But what we're going to kind of talk about tonight is part 2 of this Jeffrey Epstein, how they fucking put Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell to shame. They really did. Well, yeah, Noah, because like how it went down is like everybody's like, hey, what's for dinner this year for Christmas? And I was like, fuck, something non-traditional. Let's like do surf and turf. And they're like, fuck, all right. Family's like, yeah, let's do fuck. I was thinking like a roast or something, like some fucking prime rib and some fucking, yeah, for real. For real. It's like, fuck, let's do surf and turf, something non-traditional, something fun, different, like fucking crab cakes, you know, fucking steak, seafood. It's good. It was good, dude. It was really fucking good. And it was in David's honor that we had that. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't. It was just, I just put it out there. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's roll with it. So we did. And it's a good time. But I regret, I see what you're talking about here. You want to see how the cult members can smoke to tri-tip and ribs. Fuck yes, tri-tip and ribs. Which is when they usually start. Okay, so the 29th, so 3 more days they'll start, but they won't have anything with David. Okay, Soups. Okay. And when we look at this tonight, really, you guys like really focus on the dynamics of what David did to all these people. We have a human trafficking prosecutor who's now been added to the case just before Thanksgiving. I know for sure more charges are going to come out. I grilled steaks and fried catfish. Damn, that sounds good, Uncle Jake. Fried catfish. Yum. Damn, that sounds good. I like fucking man. Catfish is fucking bomb dizzles. I like it. I like catfish. Sweetest Christmas food. I hate it. I hate it. Come to America, bro. We'll fucking hook you up, homie. Come to Texas.
Video about how the FBI raided KOGGC, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth about how they put guns in our faces, they plowed through gates, they destroyed windows, and they broke through walls, okay? As you can see up here, there's a massive, you can't see it because you're looking at me, but if you were to see it, there's a massive hole in the wall, and just so much that was done. They desecrated a holy place.
A holy place that David actually stole out from underneath somebody, okay? That's the really interesting thing about that building. White and red sauce. Damn, that sounds good, Soups. That sounds really good. That sounds really fucking good. Hey, Soups, you ever made lasagna in a crock pot? Best fucking lasagna I've ever had came out of a crock pot. It's so good.
And I'm gonna talk to you about it. I'm gonna talk to you about my testimony and why after all of it happened, I came right back to where I was because I am not a victim, okay? Let's talk about the truth. We talked about how they desecrated a holy place. Let me show you how they did our LED wall.
McDonald's guys.
This is what our LED wall looks like now.
That was David's ego, you know, and I'm finding out some information, you guys, and it doesn't surprise me when I found it out. And this is just from sources that David was very insecure growing up for whatever. I mean, I have my theories on why, but David was insecure. All right. He was, he is, and still has been his whole fucking life, which is why he is the way he is. This is why he's a bully, because he's been so fucking insecure. This is why he's had to have all this big, expensive shit in his life, because he's so fucking insecure with himself, right? Like he has to have all this big, flashy shit. Yeah. Oh, they covered our Ring doorbells and they covered our cameras. Yeah, it's a raid. They typically do that. That's what they do on raids because they don't want you guys to see how many people are coming. That's pretty common practice nowadays.
This is what our LED used to look like. My name
It typically prevents cops from getting fucking ambushed now, so that's why they do it.
is Kia. I am originally from Virginia. I relocated to St. Louis, Missouri.
I did Kool-Aid. I work today, man. I did. I work 6 to 2:30 today. I do. I work every day. Yep, I do. I work today.
In 2015 to be full-time. And I kind of came into a position of being full-time because...
Right, but what does he seek more of, food or attention?
God gave me so many dreams.
And Ken, that's actually it. He seeks like just constant fucking attention, right? Like, dudes, find a nice lady in your life that will give you the attention you crave and desire, okay? Like, she's out there for you. Just look for her. Look for her. Look for her, man. She's out there. And she'll treat you nice if you're good to her. I promise you guys that. Don't be a shithead, man.
I remember the first time I listened to Apostle Taylor's teaching, The Kingdom of God, and it changed.
For whatever reason, David had to do this his whole fucking life. David could have probably met a really nice woman to settle down with his church, but no. David had to have all these women. Exactly. Constant confirmation for what? Like, David, are you serious? Really, David? He's not going to see this video. But something I wanted to point out tonight. Grace Wynn, okay? The young girl we saw in the video earlier. How do you think your parents would feel if they found out you were sending nudie selfies to David? Do you think they would approve of that behavior? That you're supposed to be this good Christian girl, right? Grace? I mean, you have a channel up. You have a Facebook up about David. I mean, what would your parents think? All you young ladies in there, what would your parents think of this behavior? Would they think that's a good, upstanding, moral Christian woman? No, but I personally believe like they put them to fucking shame. I mean, yeah, Epstein was doing shady shit, but David stepped it up a notch by doing it in a church, like a foundation of America, like our democracy, right? A church. He's like, fuck that. I'm going to go ahead and do it right at the church. He's like, I'm going to fucking run a prostitution ring right in my church. Why not? Oh yeah. Oh, and I keep saying the cult is fucking up and they don't think so, but that's fine. That's just, they're brainwashed. And it's really sad at this point because they're going to do whatever standing orders have been given. And there's somebody on the back end communicating with them somehow, and David and Michelle. Guarantee it. There's somebody on the back end, not directly associated, has no ties directly, but is helping them. Yeah, Epstein Island. Yeah. Epstein Island, exactly. I mean, Jeff, all these women, yeah, David's goal, right, Rim Allen? David's goal was his own endless deviancy. Exactly. And look where it got him, bro. Like, he's fucking locked up now, dude. He's locked up. And what do we keep telling him? You guys, cut the crap. Cut the crap. Like, just be legal about it. Don't be doing illegal shit. And that's why they got busted eventually, because David got busted doing illegal shit with the money. The feds, we always say this, the feds just don't show up, everybody. They broke into our home, they put guns in our face. Yeah, because one, they knew you guys were violent offenders. They know there's violent offenders there. Two, they knew there were guns. Three, based off what their intelligence they had gathered, they were expecting some kind of resistance, and they weren't going to have a casualty event. So when the feds raid like this, okay, it's typically a mass force like this to scare the shit out of everybody. That's exactly what it is. It's a scare tactic. They show up in mass. It's to completely overwhelm the situation with manpower and firearms and firepower. Michelle may get bail. She got bail, but I think she broke it again. Me and our several of our sources, man, we firmly believe that she broke it again, but she's playing the sick card and she's being protected by HIPAA, which is she's in the hospital. So, with that being said, don't know. As far I think she went back in off a bond violation. No. Yep, and the Fiend. You want to know something? The feds remember Waco. Oh, they do. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Waco. They fucking remember big fucking time, and that's why they showed up the way they did, because this was a cult. They knew there were guns. They knew David had told them to fucking put up a mount of defense if the feds showed up. And there was proof that they had guns. Okay? So the feds weren't taking any fucking chances in this. No. No, it's not, Kim. But I'm just saying, if there was a bond violation, Michelle would play sick to go to the hospital. I'm just saying, she's a fucking hype like that, okay? She's a hype like that. She'd play a hypochondriac, be like, oh, my heart's, I'm sick, I don't feel good. And I found out from my sources that she will do that. That Michelle will feign sickness to get out of shit. Michelle's a total fucking stage show. Absolutely. You're right, Daniela. And that's why the feds didn't want a mass casualty event, because you know what everybody has now is one of these, and it's called a cell phone, and they have cameras on the back of them. That's why the feds didn't want that. So if all the cult members are bitching, oh, they put guns in our face. Yeah, because Waco, hello. They know you guys had guns, and they knew you guys were doing shady shit. All right. Bulletproof cars. Do you think the feds didn't know about that when you guys got them? They knew. They knew probably when you guys got them. Yep, that guy's a fucking felon. Yeah, Malachi had a fucking strap on him. That's how the feds knew. The feds knew. Hey, Rob Q, I did. David and Michelle are fucking hating life, yeah.
Changed my life. It changed the very outlook that I have on Christianity, honestly, and to really sell out and really do God's will. Does that mean if you're in business that you're not doing God's will? No. But I know for what God had called me to do, it was going to require me to leave home like Abraham did. June of 2015, I became full-time. And my life has been forever changed. My life has been forever blessed. My life is something that I'm actually proud to say that I get to live every single day. Every single day, being a missionary in God's kingdom to impact people around the world. I get the opportunity.
Daniela, Meat Wagon is an ambulance.
To be in the call center where millions, masses of people call in all the time. I'm talking about people that are ready to commit suicide, people that need a miracle, people that have not been able to walk for 12 years because they've been in a wheelchair, but they've seen Apostle Taylor on television, they've seen the miracles that happen in the service, and it creates such a faith in them to believe God for their circumstances. And beyond just those outward things, I've seen inward things that people deal with.
Yeah, eventually Michelle will have to stay on trial. And I regret I'm playing this for you because I know you wanted to see how these people are spinning this. Dude, and they're spinning it every way they fucking can right now.
And every single day is a day that I get to wake up and say, God, not only do I expect miracles today, but I'm excited to see what miracles you're about to do. And so I know there's a lot of people out there wondering, okay, what's going on? What's happening? You see on the news an FBI raid and they're calling us a bunch of victims. They're saying that we've been forced to be here. No, I'll tell you right now, I've been here for 10 years and not one time have I ever been forced to do anything that I didn't want to do. And that's just point blank. It's just the full truth. And so I think it's kind of humorous, the narrative that they're painting. Oh, mind you, they broke down glass, they broke down doors, they had barricades, big old tanks, ran through gates, okay, came in at like, 4 or 5, I don't even know what time it was. It wasn't even sun outside yet, so early in the morning. And they're like blasting horns. And my question is, how is the media there before you get there? That don't make no sense. How is the media there before you do a raid? That's a good question. I don't have the answer, but I have some assumptions. Okay, and they're like banging down doors, busting glass, breaking windows. Mind you, these doors are already unlocked. So, but all of this stuff happens. I remember, just waking up, and it's like done in such a way that you literally wake up to this. So you're trying to get your mind like, okay, what's actually happening? Is this legitimate? Like,
Kim, that's where I'm at. Like, DLC will want her medically cleared before they have her in jail. That way she doesn't fucking, nothing bad happens to her in jail. I'm with you. But again, I found out she will. Michelle will feign sickness. Michelle will feign sickness in order to get out of charges, for sure.
Is this really taking place right now? And I'll just never forget, there was such a supernatural peace that God gave. And they do these things, they put holes in our walls, they broke down these things, and we had just, all the missionaries, we had just come together because it was Labor Day weekend. We're gonna have a big party, a big barbecue, all that type of stuff. So everybody gets there, and then it happens the next day. They took any money that I had in my wallet, they literally took it. They took everything. And when I tell you that they took everything, they literally took everything. They took my passport, they took my birth certificate, they literally took everything. I was surprised that I still had my driver's license after everything. And they broke into my safe, they took all the things of my belongings, they literally took everything. And then on top of that, they're telling us, they're escorting us, telling us, come outside, da 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 da, all this type of stuff. And then they zip tie our arms behind our back to the point that we're literally being detained. And then when we're...
Let me tell you something, guys. There's going to be some law enforcement there that are going to retire because of this. Okay? Just keep that in mind, all right? They're going to either... I'll just say they're going to retire, okay? They're going to retire quietly and take their fucking pension and never be a cop again. Okay? That's just what one of my sources also told me, is that... Because I'd asked a very specific question. Say about what, but they're like, yeah. And this, and this. I was like, holy shit. They're like, yeah. And it was like higher ranking. Like, I think she said 2 sergeants and a lieutenant. 2 sergeants and a lieutenant. So, see, we haven't even talked about what's on. Yeah, what's on the confiscated phones, right, Jeff? Oh, dude, I would love to know what's on those confiscated phones. The Fiend. Dude, our sources are legitimate, bro. I believed it too when our source said that. Why do I say that, Irie Dread? That these law enforcement are going to retire? Because I found out that David had fucking law enforcement tied in somewhere. I'll just put it like that. David had law enforcement tied in somewhere, apparently. That's what I found out. 2 sergeants and a lieutenant. Like high ranking. No, not because it was so bad. Like, David had people on his payroll, basically. Like, law enforcement on his payroll. I found it hard to believe, but it didn't surprise me when I heard it. They're like, no. I was like, fuck, no way. So I always ask questions, man. I ask the tough questions, and sometimes I'll get the answers, but it's not always everything, right? It's just enough to know, like, okay, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I found out from one of our sources, man, that yeah, it's possible he could have had some people on his payroll feeding him information from the outside about certain movements and fucking investigations. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I asked the reasonable questions. And the FBI's response is the best. Sorry, Miss Jones, we can't tell you that. Yeah, I like to ask real reasonable questions like, hey, what's up with this? Possibly. Well, no, they're not going to get indicted, Ken. They're going to retire early, right? They're going to take an early retirement and just fucking vanish like a fart in the wind. Irie Dread, you feel me? You feel me, right? You guys tracking on, Irie, right? Tracking here? Hey, what about that little blonde Janie Janiak girl? Can I have her for the weekend? I'll feed you some intel if you let me have one of your women. Yeah, sure. Which one you want? Just like that. Just like that. It might not even be a monetary exchange. It might have been a swap for fucking intel. Gotta think like a criminal, man. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised when I heard it. I wasn't surprised when I heard it. I was like, nah, not surprised. Not surprised David had all these women that he could have fucking pimped out to him. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I think in situations like this, cops shouldn't be allowed to fucking retire. No, fuck that. You broke the law. You're going to court. You're facing the fucking trial. You did everything. You broke the fucking law under the color of law. Bullshit. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. David has an inside source. Yeah, we knew that. We made a lot of reports. It's from other sources about children being at the hotel, and we had proof because we saw pictures of it online. So we knew there were kids there. We weren't fucking dumb. We knew there were kids there. We fucking knew it. I knew when they went in after fucking that second day that we showed up, that second fucking, on that second audit. Y'all cult members remember that? Harris County showed up the next day, didn't they? They showed up the next day, and you guys wouldn't fucking let him go up on the second floor. What was up there? Why didn't you guys want him going up on the second floor? I'm real curious about that. The day after fucking Maheshi Express, he showed up. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Come on, cult members. When Mahesh Express showed up and fucking blew the lid right off. When fucking Mahesh added an extra player to the board without even fucking knowing it. Harris County showed up the next day, didn't they, you guys? Didn't they? They showed up the next fucking day, didn't they? They had a lot of fucking questions, didn't they? And you guys didn't let him get on the elevator to go upstairs, nor did you guys let him go upstairs. We knew there were fucking kids there. We fucking knew. We filed multiple CPS reports, and they got closed the next fucking day. 24 hours, he got fucking closed. Fucking bullshit.
Asking, are we being detained? They're like, oh no, you're free to leave. It was like listening to a viper talk to you. You're saying one thing, but everything that you're doing is the complete opposite. I mean, they was patting me down, searching me. I remember looking down outside. The breaking of day had just started taking place. And I literally looked down and I have these red lasers on my chest, like gun lasers.
Yeah, those are called laser red dots. They're very accurate.
Okay. I mean, they had rifles. It was probably 70 to 80 people outside. 70 to 80 military trained, U.S. government trained military on our property with guns in our faces, yet you're trying to say this was a rescue mission? I've never heard of a rescue mission and you're treating a quote-unquote victim like they're a fugitive, because that's how I was treated. I was treated like I was a fugitive to the upteenth degree. I don't have a criminal record, and neither does Apostle Taylor, and neither does Michelle Lynn.
Well, they do now.
It's just such a crazy thing that took place that morning. But we're not criminals. We didn't do anything wrong. And all those fear tactics that were used, the FBI used on us, it didn't work because we're not criminals. You do that with people that deserve to be treated like that. We did not deserve to be treated like that for every day waking up to be able to spread the gospel of Jesus. Every day I get up and I have an opportunity, not just to tell God, Lord, I expect miracles, but I got an opportunity to say, God, I'm excited to do your will today.
Yeah, Kia, exactly. If any of you cult members are watching, you guys want to know why the fucking feds showed up? First of all, because you guys were doing illegal shit. Second of all, they showed up in force because they have David on record saying, shoot the fucking feds if they show up. That typically doesn't fly too fucking well with the government when you have a fucking cult leader like that after they've learned a lesson from fucking Waco, and you have some shithead like this saying that, and they have the means to fucking do it. You fucking Nimrod, you stupid shit. Kia, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking hearing yourself? You guys had the guns, you had the means, the feds weren't gonna fucking take a chance, you dumb shit. Anybody who doesn't see this dynamic needs to have their fucking head checked. All right? Because that is fucking insanity. Like he's like, oh, they came in and took all this, oh, they took money from us. You guys make a fucking shitty fucking rap video? How everything was turned upside down? You guys were running a criminal fucking racket, Kia. Oh, they don't have a criminal record? Yeah, because they were doing it the whole fucking 20 fucking years. Megan Fitzgerald. Pope would have just opened the door if they could have done that. Exactly. They would have just opened the door. Exactly. That's why they came in the way they did, is because you guys weren't just going to fucking open the door.
You can't stop God's kingdom. You can't stop God's ministry. You cannot stop God. That's the simple gospel. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And I remember Apostle Taylor was ministering on stage, and I was in this area over here. And I remember as he's on stage singing that song, just to be close to you, just to be close to you. Apostle said, I just see Jesus. He's walking on this side of the room. And that was the side of the room that I was on, right? And I remember closing my eyes and I was praying, Lord, I want to see you. I want to see you. And my life has been forever changed.
Kia, you do realize that there are professional fucking prosecutors, Kia, who are coming out saying this case is unprecedented because of what they've done. Do you not get that? I know we all fucking get it. We all get it plain as fucking day here. Kia's like, oh, they came in and did all this, they broke all this stuff, and, they took all their money. And well, Kia, if you'd wake the fuck up and stop believing everything that Michelle and David crammed down your fucking gullet, you would probably have a clue. They putting the fucking kids on the live stream? It's not going to end. I'm telling you that it's not going well. I promise you guys that. Let me tell you something. None of that is going to go well. No, Kia doesn't have kids. Thank God. Thank God Kia doesn't have kids. God forbid that Kia repopulate the world with her fucking seed, okay? For real. God forbid that Kia ever have fucking children. It's going to go beyond that, 54. It's going to go beyond that. It will go beyond child abuse, bro. It's going to go beyond that, bro.
So when they say online that we're victims, when they say online that we're forced to be here, I'm speaking up and giving you the truth right now. No, we're not. Those doors are open and people are free to leave if they want to leave. You don't have to volunteer and do God's will if you don't want to. You don't have to. But for those that choose to, we're here. Amen? I'm here. So that's a part of my testimony. There's so much more to share. They treated us so wrong, and then they took us to a hospital, and when they literally take...
Ari Dread, you know what my sources said? That they showed up like that to court, and everybody noticed it, okay? Ari Dread, you know what's dope about this? Is you're already in queue. Like, you already know what the fuck is up. We don't even have to tell you. You already fucking know. That's what I love about this community, dude. We know. We should have been David's board, man. We should have been his board. And I hope his stupid fucking lawyers are watching. Because you know what's funny about all this? The lawyers that are prosecuting David, or defending David, my bad, and that are going to fucking lose is you're getting all your information from the wrong people. I know you guys are trying to win for this case because either way, if win or lose, this is a payout case, right? Y'all are still getting fucking paid. Y'all getting paid fat, right? Because the only winner in a court case is the fucking lawyers. In this case, the government, the prosecution, they don't really have a budget. They're just supposed to win cases, okay? So they don't really give a fuck. They'll drag you out through fucking court and they'll bankrupt you, David. Okay? Now, David's lawyers, the dumb shits that they are, and I'll sit here and tell them that all fucking day. You guys are fucking idiots. You're taking all the information from the cult members. Go ahead, by all means. By all means, please take the information from them. Take it to court. We want you to. We want you to. Bury your case. Ruin it. Please do. Church, first thing I know since seeing David's tree. Yep, exactly. The women are dressed way inappropriate for their age. Yep, and that is noticed. Let me get you guys. I'll tell everybody this: we monitor their social media accounts better than the government does. That's a fact. I will tell you guys that this right here, right now, that our community and everybody involved monitors this cult's social media accounts better than the fucking government does, and is monitoring their activities, their movements better than the government is. Fucking dead serious. Dead fucking serious. Hey, Irie Dread, but those girls were under 18. Mm-hmm. They're under 18.
To this hospital, it's the craziest thing. There's a bunch of people, FBI agents or whoever they are, and they have these like little knapsack with bags, and they say 14-year-old adolescent girl. These bags were labeled by age.
Because they had little 14-year-old adolescent girls and you guys were fucking moving around, which just qualifies as human trafficking, okay? You guys were fucking hiding. Don't worry, Kia. This will all come out in court. Don't worry, Kia. Keep fucking standing here lying because this is all going to come out eventually. The real truth, Kia. The real fucking truth. And what are you going to say? Oh, we didn't know about that.
Age and gender, and all of them were underage. It was as if they were expecting kids to come through, and not one child was
What's good about this is they showed the children after the fact, so thanks for that, Kia.
There, not one child came there. And so it just shows that they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're doing. And so I just love God, and I love Apostle Taylor, and I love this ministry. This ministry has absolutely changed my life. I'll never forget my grandmother got COVID when COVID kind of first came out, and my mom called me and kind of let me know what was going on. And I remember kind of talking to my grandma that night or that day, and she could barely breathe. She was on her bed, and for where I was on the mission field, so I was not in Virginia at that time. And I remember talking to her, hearing her voice.
Imagine her getting up on the fucking stand and trying to fucking defend David.
And I felt like she was probably on her deathbed.
Soups, we knew the kids were at the hotel. The cult was posting pictures of them. We knew. It wasn't hard to find them. We're like, yeah, I got the kids.
And it was rough. And I remember crying, and I remember like, oh, Lord. And I remember texting Apostle Taylor, letting him know what was going on with my grandmother. And you know what he did? He responded immediately. And he recorded a message, and he prayed for her himself. And he's like, Kia, I want you to get a couple prayer words and go to your grandmother. And you pray for her, but you share this message with her, and you let her know that God is going to heal her. Well, the next day, I did exactly that, and I played that message for my grandmother. And I followed up with her the day after that. My grandma was in the kitchen washing dishes. She said, Kia, I'm good. I feel great. She got out of her sick bed.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get off Kia here. She's kind of Kia, please take the stand. Kia, please take the stand, okay? Do us that favor. Take the stand and go up there and look like a complete idiot, okay? Now, let's get back to this whole Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine fucking Brannon and how David and Michelle literally put them to shame. This is how right here. Maheshi Expressi. Soups, I don't know if you were at the hotel at this time when this audit happened. I don't know if you were there at the time. Maybe you were. I don't know. You might have been. A lot of y'all were down here at the time I remember it was all hands on deck when this place was bought. Like, he moved everybody down here. Yeah, so here's Maheshi Expressi. And this was the shithead. 23. It was 2023, October 2023, I believe, Soups. I want to say it was October 2023. Yeah, it was October because it was hot. It was warm. It was right after the hotel was bought. We came out in 2023. We just got there. Okay, it must have just got there, yeah. Because I already been there once. And then this was the second time we came around. And this guy right here, he blew it all off the fucking... I had never heard of Mahesh until this day. Exactly, Irie Dread. Exactly. None of us had ever heard of fucking Mahesh until this day. It didn't come out till later. We found out some information about him. Uncle Jake did his fucking magic, and we found out about him. All right? We found out about him. But what we also found out about him is that this guy is no stranger to the law, and that he owns a series of fucking literal prostitution hotels all around the Houston area. And the not so good Houston areas, they're pay by the hour, Irie Dread. You pay by the hour to go to his places, okay? His name is Mahesh Patel, okay? This is Mahesh Patel, the Fiend. The Fiend. This is where we got real curious. Because here's the thing. We were trying to figure out, like, all right, they're making their money somehow, but where, how, why? What could they be doing to be racking in that kind of fucking money? And I was like, okay, let's start putting some of this together, man. This guy right here, we're like, all right, this guy, who is he? Why is he here? And how do you know everybody? Well, we started putting pieces together and throwing theories around to some people that we know, and started putting some shit out into the real world to real people who have pull and stuff like that. And some shit came back to us. We're like, are they running prostitution out of there? Could that be a possibility? Would that be a thing for them to turn tricks, use their church members to generate income? And it didn't seem too far off. And then eventually we fucking found out that there was a back gate that people were being brought in and out of it late at night. My source calls me, he's all rich. You guys were fucking right, dude. They're turning tricks out. They're like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, no. He's like, you guys were dead on. You were dead on. He showed up before the police did, Irie Dread. He showed up about 30 minutes into it. Like, what are you doing here so fucking soon, buddy? And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going back and remembering what he said about how he knew we were there. And then his wife got there. It was a big fucking lie. The cult called and told him, hey, they're here. And Mahesh fucking jammed over there. You guys can't be on the grass. Well, we had a sign out there at the time that said sex cult. Well, if you're running a prostitution joint, you don't want a fucking sign out there that says sex cult. Yeah, so they called him. Exactly. There's still people supporting Charles Manson, so this isn't any different. You're right. And most of these women, Soups, we've had this conversation, right? Kathleen, Michelle, Dave Rich, that is still a dynamic we haven't figured out yet, but I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking that would be it. You're doing this for God. Apostles, God told me you have to do this for him. That simple. Bam, they'd be like, okay, Apostle, whatever you say. It would be that easy. It would be that easy. Dave Rich. It would be that easy. The women are already groomed to do whatever David says. I'm fucking push them over the edge, bro. Fuck. Why not? Fucking form of income, dude. Form of income. Prostitution, bro. Fuck, why not? Why not? David already thought... You guys, still, right now, David thinks he's done nothing wrong. David's a full-blown narcissist. Yep, they first get groups groomed, and then they teach the noobs to do the same. Be obedient to the apostle. Go sleep with these men, because I, the apostle, the apostle says. So God has told the apostle that you have to do this. Be obedient to the apostle. What the apostle says is that easy, you guys. Probably wouldn't have to be any force in it. Yep, children brides. Yep, children brides. What do you do? Start him young. Start him young. And they were already doing that. So when Maheshi Expressi showed up, when this guy showed up, we're like, huh, who are you? Who are you? And we actually called him on it. Put that sign back up, dude. You can't stop. You're fucking up everybody's day, man.
Exceptional by design.
Get 0.9%.
That's why you can't get in here. They don't want.
Oh, it's when his wife shows up.
So scared of.
Hey, Britt Billings, how you doing, man?
What are you guys so scared of? This is good for us. The cops came out. It's exactly what we wanted for the cops to show up. Now they have to write a report that they were here 14 weeks. Yeah, bring it attention to yourself. That's a really good idea. You guys did us a favor. Did us a favor. Thank you for that. Sorry about that shit. If you get it now, the cops are going to be mad. He's not going to feed it for a whole week.
You know what's funny? I was listening to this the other day and finding out now that David did withhold food. It's like we were fucking prophesying right there on the fucking spot. Oh, he's not going to feed him for a whole fucking week. Like David was legitimately depriving people of fucking food, and we called this 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we called it. Oh, Britt Billings, here you go, bro.
You guys are scared of us. Yes, you are, because we're smarter than you. We figured out your bullshit ass scam, and there's nothing you can do about it. Does the IRS know? The IRS knows about you guys. Remember the most we filed today? Probably got 500. 500 IRS reports. Letting them know that you're a fraud investor, that you're a fraud organization. Hey, my man, this is fraud right here, bro. I didn't do that. I'm worried about this. What are you worried about us doing here? Huh? What are you worried about?
This is where we roasted this guy on the fucking spot right in front of the cops. Me, Quality, LP, fucking roasted homeboy right here. We're like, what the fuck are you doing here, dude? If you don't know these people, what are you here for? Yeah, rest in peace, my boy, Lord Pender.
Hey, my man, this is fraud right here, bro. I didn't do that. I'm worried about this. What are you worried about us doing here? Huh? What are you worried about doing? What are you worried about? We're doing something good here. We're doing something good. What are you worried about us doing here? Are you worried about tearing up the grass? Okay, what are you worried about us doing here? Just that it's private property? How did you know we were here? We're called. How did you know we were here?
Look, dude. That's how on the fucking spot we were with our shit. We're like, dude, what are you doing here? If you don't know them, what the fuck are you doing here, bro? Why are you fucking here? What are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here. If you don't know them, you have no fucking business here getting involved, making fucking phone calls. You're here for a fucking reason, dude. What are you doing here? You showed up before the fucking police did. Total, dude, they played right into the fucking board. We're like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? Who the fuck is this guy? And we roasted him on the fucking spot. What are you doing here? And who are you? How did you know?
Something good here. We're doing something good. What are you worried about us doing here? Are you worried about tearing up the grass? Okay, what are you worried about us doing here? Just that it's private property? How did you know we were here? We're called. How did you know we were here?
I know that you guys were here.
There's a phone call. Well, this is perfect. Guess what? Now that Harris County is involved, this is going to make it 10 times better for our movement, man. How do you guys know each other? Yeah, how do you guys know each other then? Are you part of the cult? Are you part of the cult, sir? He's part of the cult. This name has nothing to do with them. Yeah, they know you, they know your number. How funny. How ironic.
Nope. Not until this is done.
filming them until they leave the house, right?
Exactly, Soups, right? It's supposed to be a church, but you have to get permission for people to come and go, right? It's a vetted process. You can't go into this church unless you've been vetted. So how is this a fucking church when the public can't even fucking attend it? What the fuck? That's something. Yeah, Asha. Yeah. Unfortunately, we lost LP, man. Yep. Freak accident. Had nothing to do with David. And I want everybody to know that, all right? David thrived on fucking destruction. And Soups, we need to talk about, about that. That question exactly, Soups. Hang on. Yeah, a real church actually has people who greet you at the fucking door. They don't fucking like vet you. Yeah, had door lockers. Like David, the cult was a prison. The cult was a prison. It literally was a prison. Yeah. How, again, David's a public, he's taking money from the public. He's a member of a public church that's filing under a 501c3, which is a public entity. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Asha. Yeah. We're going to do a stream for him just one night. We're going to watch all of his shit and go inside the mind of a fucking genius. Yeah. You know what my source told me, Daniela Bogdanov? That the day after this, Maheshi Expressi got picked up. One of my sources told me Maheshi Expressi got picked up and held for 48 hours. For what? I don't know. But, yeah, that's what I was told. I don't know what for, man. But he had no fucking business there. But that was our question when he showed up. What the fuck are you doing here? The Fiend, dude, it was pretty bad. I mean, he had multiple locations, and when you map everything out, my God, it was set up perfectly for a fucking trafficking operation. Holy shit. My God. That is what my source told me, is that fucking old Maheshi Express, he got picked up the day after this, dude. Yep, that's what I was told, bro. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it actually fucking look, it looks like Waco. It looks like Waco. They let Mahesh go. Mahesh ultimately got let go, but they picked him. They held him for 48 hours. They held him. That's what I was told, man. And it wouldn't surprise me. It would have surprised me if fucking Harris County got a letter said, don't fuck with this. When the time comes, we'll let you in, but don't touch this yet. He probably did. I bet he sung like a bird. And then when they found out he didn't know shit, they're like, okay, but we're watching you. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Waco, doesn't it? It looks like a fucking Waco compound. It looks exactly like fucking Waco. News on Michelle. No, not yet, Fitzur. Not yet, brother. We're still waiting, bro. And we're talking about how this was a criminal dude, he put David and Michelle, they put fucking Epstein and fucking Ghislaine Maxwell to shame. They did. I keep wanting to say Ghislaine Brannon because it just rolls off the tongue so well. Ghislaine Maxwell sucked. When you say Ghislaine Brannon, it just like out it comes. It's just flows real nice. And David Epstein, it really does. It's just David Epstein, Ghislaine Brannon. It just out it comes. But Yeah, we're very much when there's the homie right there, LP right there, man. Let's see if we can get where's LP at. There's a spot where Lord Pender comes in. It's fucking funny. I think it might be all the way at the beginning here. Nah, nothing on Michelle though yet, man. This is Malachi. This is the grocery getter right here. This is the guy that was strapped. He's the one that was strapped when I went there that one day. So that's one of the reasons how the feds, they knew they had guns. Because there's actually video of it. So yeah, this is... And I ultimately found out that this wasn't David right here. This wasn't David. It was Malachi. I'm not going to say who this was because I don't want to do that. But I did find out who it was. That's Malachi. I don't know who's driving. Yeah, Malachi from New York. Yep. He's basically the grocery bitch. He's the grocery bitch for the cult. Whenever groceries need gotten, he goes and gets them. He's the little grocery getter. No, I don't think Josh was in there. No. Not that I know of. It was somebody different. It was Malachi, another dude. It wasn't Josh, though. Not that I can recall. I don't think he was in there. I want to say it was Marcus. It was Marcus, yeah. It was Marcus's little fucking stack of tires. It was him. And look at these guys again. They're all fucking blacked out. Like, if this is a church, right? Like Soups was saying, how were people allowed to go to this church if it wasn't open to the public? Nah, no. David and Michelle aren't going to be on the Epstein list, bro. No, they're too fucking dumb. No, they're not heavy hitters like that. They don't have the kind of finances to play in that crowd. No, David and Michelle went for a different type. David and Michelle went for they had a certain kind of prey, I guess. They had a set type. Yes, Malachi was an enforcer. Yes, Malachi is strapped. He came out with a fucking gun one day. Yeah. Yep, I know about that field, yeah. We saw a guy out there mowing a lawn. I actually have that on video. Yeah. Like David would make the fucking cult members go out and pick weeds. There's LP, man. Fucking LP.
They didn't get everything okay with him, right? Before you talk to people?
Or entering the house.
My boy, man. There's a fucking homie right there, man. That was the first time we ever audited together. That was the first time we had audited together. It was me, LP, and Quality. At that point, it was almost like LP was like the fucking international man of mystery, man. Everybody was wondering, like, who the fuck does Comedy Channel? And it was LP, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. 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 Dude. And it was like, it sucked the way I fucking found out, man. I felt like I was a bad friend because I didn't know earlier. I didn't find out till a month after. I didn't find out for a month. And, yeah, I had texted him. And I got a text back from his mother. And she had informed me of his passing. She told me what happened, everything. and I'm actually in touch with her. And she's doing about as good as any mother can. Just, you know, keep her up in your thoughts and your prayers, man, for real. You never get over the loss of a child. So, yeah, at this day, it was like almost LP. LP was like the man of mystery, man. Everybody's like, fuck, who does the comedy channel? It was him. It was him, man. So, yeah, I think it was about... I want to say it was last year. It was just before last Thanksgiving. So it was going like right into the fucking holidays, dude. It was so I was so fucking bummed. Like, what do you do? You know, what do you tell the mother? You know, I couldn't tell her Merry fucking Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving. You know, I couldn't tell her anything. Couldn't tell her anything. Just about what he meant to us, you know, and how important he was to us. And fuck, like the content that he created and what he brought to all of us. And how important he meant, you know, like he was somebody's kid. And to hear his mom just crushed over it, you know. I think that was probably the hardest part, like hearing his mom crushed. Going into the fucking holidays, man. Yeah. I couldn't do nothing but just sit there and listen to her, you know? Like, what do you tell a mother? What do you tell a mom that just fucking lost her child? You know? You don't tell her anything. You can't. You don't. You don't tell her what to feel, how to feel. Yeah. Sure thing. You tell me how that goes. You tell me how that goes, man. You tell me how that goes. Oh, he was, man. I'll never forget the first time I met him, man. Just a big old fucking grin on his face. I'll never forget that first time I got in the car with him. And he's all, dude, it's so good to finally meet you, Rich. It's so good to finally just see you and like meet you in person, you know? And we just talked, man. And we were just human. We didn't even talk about the channel. We just talked, man. He told me about what he did. I told him about what I was doing, you know? We just talked and we were just fucking human. It had nothing to do with David. And David thrived on other people's fucking death and destruction. But you know what? Fuck that fat fucking walrus piece of shit. His life is going to be fucking cut short too. Is that one female lawyer that gave David his deposition? Is she? No, she's not part of this. No. That's a whole separate case, bro. That's a whole separate case, my guy. Yeah. Yeah, man. He's a big part of us, man. He was. I almost fucking lost it there because that was my boy, dude. That was my fucking homie. And then I remember it's just like, I had to stop and just like, fuck, am I hearing this? Am I seeing this? There's no fucking way. Because I had texted him. I was like, hey, like we were talking about doing some audits on Catherine Crick. She was going to be up in Dallas that year. And I was like, fuck, hey, LP, like, let's go audit Catherine. And then his mom texted me back. And I was just like, what? The fuck? No. I fucking just talked to him a couple weeks ago. What the fuck? Happened that fast. It happened that fucking fast, man. Yep. It happened that fast. So, yeah. Good guy, man. Good guy. You guys go subscribe to his channel, too. Go to David E. Taylor Comedy Channel and subscribe to his channel. Even though he's not putting content out, his mom has access to his stuff. And she told me, she's like, I don't want to get rid of it. And I was like, don't. I was like, don't. Please don't. But please. Yeah. Exactly. In a way, we owe it to David. We would have not known each other, right? We wouldn't have had this connection to Lord Pender, to Uncle Jake, to Soups, to everybody here. No, that was quality exposure. No, quality exposure delivered the pads. That was quality exposure. No, this is Lord Pender. He did a David E. Taylor Comedy Channel. So if you aren't subscribed to his channel, yes, this was him right here. This was the mastermind behind it. Yes. And again, David always thrived. Oh, people are going to die if you talk about me. No. Had nothing to do with David. This is him right here. Yeah. And unfortunately, he passed. He passed in a just a fucking freak, fucking tragic way. And it sucks. It's just the way life is. Yeah, he did videos all off his fucking phone too. You guys, think about this. He did his videos all off of a phone. And dude, and he told me, he was like, bro, it's like an older phone. He's like, I have to delete certain shit so I can upload videos. It was almost like, and then he had a really good job. But he's like, I'm just too cheap to buy a new phone. Yeah, man. Yeah. He was just too cheap to buy a new phone. Yeah. And LP had a dope job. He worked for he was a contractor for the government. I know what he did is like, dude, he did like, he would never get too much into detail, but he said, I do contracts for like the government for weapons. I'm like, okay, cool. But he would never go beyond that. I'm like, okay, you don't need to tell me much more than that. So yeah, but this is the man, the myth, the legend right here, man. Lord Pender. Yeah. Yeah. So when you hear us talk about Lord Pender, this is him, man. This is the man right here. Hey, right on. K-Bear Gaming. Right on. Cool deal. Your sister's going to be pregnant. You're going to be a dad. That's pretty fucked up in a weird way, but all right. Cheers to you, brother. Let me know how the baby shower goes. Fucking weirdo. Anyways, so yeah, when you guys go and watch LP, we're gonna do a stream for him one night, just where we go over. We'll probably sort the videos from like the most views, and then we'll just go down his algorithm and just watch his videos and just laugh, because he was a fucking mastermind, man. And to go back inside his brain and just see what he did and his thought process, and it's a really good way for us to stay connected with him. Yeah, he's Lord Pender. He's Lord Pender, aka David E. Taylor Comedy Channel. Yeah. 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 We know him as LP, as Lord Pender, right? That's how he had another channel called Lord Pender. That's how we knew him. We called him LP. But he was also David E. Taylor Comedy Channel. Nah, you would throw me off. Didn't work, bro. Just told you how the baby shower. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he was a big part of our community, and this was the first time we ever did an audit, and I think this was the only time that we ever did an audit together, was this time right here. Yeah, so he was a big part of it, man, and we really owe a lot of gratitude to him, because I know for sure he got under David's skin too. I know for sure LP got under his skin. I know that. Because LP made some. I said, one night we're going to do an ode to LP, an ode to his channel, and we're just going to watch all of his shit. Yeah, because he did some of the best fucking, like, just editing. His editing was on point. And again, he did it all on his fucking phone. Same thing, Noah Winslow, morals, a good moral compass on him. Like, no, I don't agree with this. And his whole thing, and his mother said if anybody ever wanted to donate for him, to do it to St. Jude's Hospital. Okay. That's what he wanted. That is what LP wanted. If we ever decide to donate to an organization, he said, do it to St. Jude's. That's what his mom told me. So that being said, that's Lord Pender, man. That's the type of person he was. He wanted money to go to St. Jude's, to cancer research, to the kids. So yeah, we lost a good one with this one, man. We really did. But it's all good. We'll catch him on the flip side. When he had this one big, huge dude pose as David, I was hollering. Hey, be good, real Ken. Yeah, I'm only going to go 20 more minutes too here. About 10 more minutes, 20 more minutes. Wrap it up at 9:30 here. Yeah, Kim, and that's what I've heard it is. It's a really good organization. Yeah, if that deposition didn't happen, we aren't here today. We wouldn't know Lord Pender. We wouldn't have learned about this whole criminal organization that David was working on. Oh, that guy? Oh, yeah, that parody guy. I don't know who that guy was. Yeah. I know who you're talking about, Soups. Yeah, that parody guy. Yep. A lot of people, and that's the thing, like a lot of people thought this was like a reality show too, Soups. And it wasn't, man. It wasn't. Like these guys sitting in this car, like they thought this was all a joke. I mean, Malachi sitting there with his phone. I mean, I hope they give this over to the fucking prosecutor or to his defense. Be like, yeah, here's all his evidence. And what's really nice about their shitty rap video that they made, I want to show everybody something, okay? Because they made sure. Check this out. This is funny right here. Look. See all these? Look at all these thumbnails. Watch. Look. I love this part. It's like, look, in a time of cyberbullying. They were cyberbullying me. But hey, I was starving my fucking staff members. They were cyberbullying me, though. They made me starve my staff by cyberbullying me. Yeah. Oh, there's cult watches. There's all types of shit. It's mine, cult watches, LPs. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, there's that's Cult Watch. Cult Watch right there. Look. I despise this evil, ugly bitch. I love it. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, yeah, the whole fake news thing. It's fake news that I bought those mansions. No, it's not, because we see in the fucking county appraisal district. David, it's really like, Sue, how do they just continually lie? That's what I'm... How's Colt Watch? She's doing good as far as I know. As far as I know, Colt Watch is good. Haven't heard anything from her. She's good as far as I know. Yeah, like, this is just... Like, how do they continue to get up there and just fucking lie about everything? Saying that everything was fake. And again, right there, man. Thou shalt lie at all times. Yeah, if David's gonna take, oh man, it'd be stupid to fucking take us to court. But hey, if that's what he wants to do. There it is. David E. Taylor declares himself Pope. Let's watch one LPs to close it off for the night. Let's watch some funny shit. Oh, LP. Right?
Just to be close to you.
Yes. So let our viewers know about Apostle David Taylor.
Well, you know, it started, you know, at 17 years old. I used to smoke dope, drink, party, be in shootouts, all that, from Memphis, Tennessee. And when I was 17 years old, Jesus appeared to me in a dream. That's how it all started.
Your dreams are important. They are not just some figment of your imagination or just because you ate enough popcorn last night. Dreams is God's French. You see, when God speaks to you through a prophet, it's plain. he speaks to you in American. But when he speaks to you in dreams, he speaks to you in another language, in French. God has been coming upon your bed.
God, as a military, has given us strategical war plans.
We have raised up a dream army.
You want to know what the key, why the Roman Empire, before you be seated, I want you to listen to me. You want to know why they ruled the empire, they ruled the world for one.
Soups, you won't believe some of the shit we found buried in his fucking content. Seriously, Soups. Seriously, some of the shit we found in his algorithm on his channel.
1,000 years, they would select and find people who dreamed in their sleep. This is known in the history books. They would find people who dreamed or had the gift of dreaming, and they would take them on the battlefield with them, and they would listen to their dreams about the other side of the enemy. So I'm not talking about witches, warlocks, or necromancers. I'm not talking about sorcerers or wizards. I'm talking about real dreamers. How many of you know God can strengthen you through your enemies? That's why you should never worry about your enemies having dreams about you. And I can't even begin to tell you how many times my enemies, and those who were once my friends, but they're my enemies now.
That was the camera overheating, Soups. Wait, is that what happened? Wait. Okay, Soup, so that him glowing on the screen, that was from the camera overheating? No way. I can see that happening, though. I can see that happening, the camera overheating and just getting all fucking blown out, the bulb blowing out and shit. Yeah. Overheating the development. No way. We knew something was up. We're just like, oh, overexposure, but it was because the camera got too hot. That's right, because David had all that fucking 80s camera equipment and shit that you'd find in like an 80s porno video. Oh, man. You find it. He was in that room and the camera overheated. David Dahl, I was glowing. Everybody see me, I look like a fucking alien, though.
Now, they had a dream about my life of stuff I'm doing now. So tonight we're studying on dreams. I have never preached on this message ever in my life. It was given to me by the Holy Ghost tonight. I wasn't studying somewhere for 7 hours before this service or last night. When I got up here to speak, the Holy Ghost say, dreams. I said, I don't even know what that is in the Bible, God. So I'm sorry to disappoint you. I know you probably thought I was studying this message all night. Because I am not a false prophet. The Lord spoke to me just now. And just because someone is called a pope don't really mean they're the pope. It's who God gives the power to. He gave it to me. I'm not a liar. Jesus came to me. So I started to realize I'm the pope. I don't need no robes. I'm the pontiff. I've been chosen by God to hold the highest rank out of all preachers in the world. But I'm bold enough to say that because the Son of God.
David's I bought these cameras for Ron Jeremy. Matter of fact, I'm the black Ron Jeremy, just not as well endowed.
Came to me. And when I give a word to somebody, they should obey. When they don't, they're disrespecting the highest order in the land. Like, I would have never known the magnitude of who I am with the keys of the kingdom if it wasn't for me going online, watching them talk about me on social media. You need to understand that I have learned to listen to my enemies. So that's why I listen to my enemies. I go on the website and listen to what they're saying to me. I laugh. I have a great time. And that's why none of these jokers out here, no matter what they do, if you notice, every attack they try to level against me, they never win. They fail every time.
Not this time we didn't, David.
How do you fight the person who's given the top power in the church?
Bureaucratic means. You use the IRS. Because God doesn't really give a fuck about the IRS, David, okay? And the IRS doesn't give a fuck about God.
By the Lord Jesus Christ himself. How do you win against anybody like that? You can't win. It's better to get on my side. Because this is still going to be going after you're gone. I had a staff some years ago, like almost 17 years ago, and some of them have betrayed me and left, and now I've gotten reports from some of them. They're just looking on TV, watching everything happening, crying, saying, I can't believe I missed this. And you may not like me because I don't like those shoes he got on with all those designs on it and stuff. Well, I'm still a prophet. These clothes don't make me who I
am. I know all these videos now are just that much better because David's in jail. And you guys, what I found out just recently, man, I knew David was insecure. I really did. It's easy to look at the guy. You can tell he's fucking insecure, right? I mean, dude dresses like fucking Captain Crunch for real. But David was very insecure all his life, which is why he was the way he was. Now, going into prison insecure, that's going to be a real problem for him. It's not going to be an easy transition. Going into prison insecure. Yeah, he went from this to barely able to fucking stand anymore. He went from this to this.
I have watched God get people who fight Jesus. How you going to sit up? Well, I need to go get some better. I got to get advice. I don't know about David.
He went from Mr. Bold Bishop to fucking diabetic Dave, man.
David Taylor, I just saw this stuff on. You don't even know me.
Can't even stand.
You won't even take time to get to know. And then some people do, and they've had visitations like that idiot Vicky Yowie. You don't hear nothing from her no more because just like God killed CL, he gonna kill that heifer too. That's right. The Bible calls them a backsliding heifer. He gonna get that heifer because she has turned so many people online who just.
David went from that to this.
Listen to her and believe in her lies, and she on drugs.
She on drugs.
And I know that for sure. When she was with us. But they're going to believe her lies.
God gonna get you.
God gonna get you.
God gonna get you.
I saw him drown my enemies. He took me to the Red Sea in the past. I mean, in the past years when I had that visitation.
He couldn't, Curly Girl. He got so unhealthy later on. After COVID, it was like his health was declining pre-COVID, Curly. We saw his health declining, but COVID, he straight declined. Then everything that we've found out about everything, we knew. We fucking knew something happened. We knew he went to the hospital and everything we said was pretty much fucking more or less right. Diabetic coma, heart problems, hypertension, kidney problems, fucking falling. Just, everything we ever fucking said about him came true because we told him, David, if you're not careful, your fucking health is going to kill you first. But he didn't want to listen to us because he's the apostle. But apparently he didn't fucking think we were fucking knew what we were talking about.
He was present then. I knew I was there in wherever that was around Egypt, where the Red Sea is. I was up underwater. I could talk.
We saw him decline real time day after day. And then when he went into shutaway during COVID, and fucking like I've been in shutaway for 5 years. Fuck out of here, you liar. I was hiding. He was hiding. That's all he was doing. And you're right, Curly Girl. We saw him decline in real time. And then for David to go into hiding during COVID, like I'm learning a great deal about the human body, like with coding and, asking nurses certain questions and certain things, right? And a blood clot is a very serious thing. It's very, very serious, right? When you get a blood clot in your leg and it starts traveling up your arteries and shit, there's several places it can stop and stop blood flow and cut off oxygen to certain parts of the body. You're talking stroke, fucking heart attack, cerebral. You could have a cerebral vascular incident, right? You could have a brain hemorrhage. It's so bad. It's so bad. And we saw it happen in real time, and everything made sense. His body movements, his how he was sweating all the time. Yep. Every time he came out, he looked worse and worse, like he was gaining more weight. He was retaining more and more water weight. When we even said it, like, dude, he's carrying water weight. Just looked worse and worse every single time. And we kept calling it, David, cut the crap. Cut the crap. You're going to get sick. He's like, fuck that. I'm just going to eat and whore my way into eternity. Why not? Fucking Robert Baratheon did it in Game of Thrones. He thought, that's what I'm going to do.
Talk. Me and Jesus was talking, and he showed me the cherubs. He picked up one of them out of the dust of the water. He says, this happened, and this is what I'm going to do to your enemies. You're doomed. You are doomed if you fight me. Now we can be friends, Brother Cantaloupe, Sister Watermelon.
Well, and Kim Chamberlain, David, it came to a point where he could only manage a small space.
We don't have to carry on like this. We don't have to fight. We can be friends. Why don't we find peace and love? But it's your choice. All I'm saying to you, I'm just trying to keep you from being doomed. Because the Son of God has appeared to me. I already know what he's going to do to you. You got this other idiot, this faggot named Rich Holmes. God's telling me to call that punk by name. He's up here speaking all this evil against us, against me on YouTube. You gonna die, Rich.
So
God gonna kill you if you don't repent. Yeah, you'll be in a car accident somewhere. You just die. You listen. God will take your life in one day. You better repent. Remember, you're a chariot wheel under the red sea to me.
His fucking eyes pop out of his face. Look at him.
A lot of people follow, just few people are so deceived. They following that faggot. And I know he's controlled by Rick Frazier. He's a faggot too. All these pedophiles and these homosexuals, this generation following these faggot men. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name. He called his name, whatever, he got that fake name. His real name is Rich Holmes. God gonna get you, faggot.
He's so pissed. Yeah, with that being said, man, you guys, they really did. I kind of just, we didn't stay too much on topic tonight about Epstein, but anyways, they really did. Really did. They set a new standard. They put fucking Epstein and fucking Ghislaine Brannon to shame. He is. And you know why he's talking about pedophiles? Because he is one. Don't worry, that's all going to come out eventually. Just be patient. It's unfortunate, but that's why David's saying shit about pedophiles. He's projecting, you guys. I've always said where sick fuck is, sick fucks are. This man is a sick fuck. Where sick fuck is, sick fucks are. He is a sick fuck. That's why David is projecting about pedophiles, because he's a fucking pedophile. Just wait, it'll come out. Yeah, every accusation is a confession. Everything he says is a confession. He is projecting. Because I'm sure they're going to find some shit in David's phones. Don't know what, but wouldn't surprise me if they already have. Exactly. David's a sick fuck, you guys. We've always said that where sick fucks is, sick fucks are. They put Jeffrey Epstein to shame. They did. They ran all their shit in the church right out in the fucking open. Nobody can touch us. We're a church. You ain't going to do shit. Yep. Deflecting makes you look more guilty a lot of the times. Yeah. And the reason I wanted to close it out with this is because he is projecting. Yeah. Why didn't David ever preach on adultery, right? Why didn't he ever preach on marriage or weddings or relationships? Because he was out fucking up everybody else's. So you can't have a hypocrite like that preaching in the church about weddings and marriages and relationships if you're out there fucking poking everything with a hole in a heartbeat, right, David? He's never going to see this video, thank God. But yeah, you can't do that. I'm sorry. Can't do that. David was out there emasculating his members, right? Sleeping with all the women while at the same time telling all the men you couldn't have sex with any women, which is fucked up. Okay? That's a fucked up shit, cult members. Men, really? You want some man telling you how to have a relationship with another woman? Seriously? Dude, that's fuck. If that's what you want, by all means, keep going. But we're trying to point you guys to like, if this isn't it, dude. Report playing Barbies in childhood. See, again, Kennedy Mueller, that was in his own book. The whole Barbie doll thing, bro. He wrote that in his fucking book. He told it on himself, and that's the thing. I don't think David's gay. I think he could be bisexual. But I think he could be like, I've heard some stuff about him, man. He's bisexual for sure. Mm-hmm. If he hasn't slept with men, he's thought about it and he's wanted to, or has almost gotten close to it, but just didn't go through with it. For sure. For sure. I know David definitely has those tendencies. Maybe prison will be good for him. He'll get he can act on his urges finally. He can act on that urge finally and get some prison booty. All the men following David are true beta males. Yeah, they're super fucking just submissive bitch ass males. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly right. They're all beta. They're all soft pushover little fucking pussy little bitches that don't have a backbone. It's unfortunate. Like they let this man who can't even fucking walk up a flight of stairs tell them how to fucking have a relationship. Man, gentlemen, let me tell you something. There's a lot of women out there that would probably fall head over heels for you because you're good men. James O'Connor, Nate Plaster. I can name off a lot of you guys in there that are probably good dudes. Michelle's son. Yeah, I think he could fancy younger men. Yes, Kim. Yep, younger men. Mm-hmm. Beautiful women, but likes younger men. Yeah. And maybe likes younger white men, you know, like as a diss to fucking Rick Frazier. I don't know. I could see him sleeping with young white men as a diss to the Caucasian culture because of what Rick did to him. Just thought process. Why not? Fucking total burn. Total burn. Yeah. I do. Kim, he also fancies younger women too. If he fancies younger men, guess what? He's going to fancy younger women too. He's going to go both ways if he is. All right. I guarantee they're going to find stuff with David though. You guys, this isn't over yet. This isn't over. David projecting here, talking about fucking pedophiles and homosexuals. Well, yeah. It's game over for David, you guys. I want you guys to know that. I'm going to cut it off here. It's game over for David, okay? It is. You guys, this is going to be game over for him. All the cult members out there that think David's going to get out of jail. Let me add, in closing, cult members, really think about this tonight. When they start finding explicit images of children in David's phone, how are you guys going to justify that? How are you guys going to actually justify that when they start finding explicit images of little kids? Are you guys going to justify that? Oh, he's the apostle. It's okay. Is that what you guys are going to do? I seriously have that question. That is a question that I have. How will you justify it at that point? Will you be like, okay, no, we can't do this anymore? Or will you guys in your own sick fucking minds justify it some way, some fucking how? And with that being said, that is how they fucking put Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine fucking Maxwell to shame.